Because again, you're choosing her at your, not necessarily your worst, but at your lower level self. And then when you do get to a more successful place, there's a very good possibility you don't want her anymore. Hey, what's up everybody? Once again, it's Stephan here, aka Stephan Speaks, back with another dating and relationship advice video. Today is going to be relationship advice for men. You can also say life advice for men. Anyways, before I get started, as always, be sure to like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel, and leave your comments below. Give me your feedback. I want to hear from you guys about this. So let me make it clear. One, we're talking about why men should stay single. All right, and I'm going to give you 3-4 big reasons why, but a very important message at the end I need the guys to hear. All right, and be mindful that yes, a lot of things I'm going to say right now or going forward in this video can be applied to women. However, this is about the men. I like to make videos very gender specific at times because I feel like some messages need to hit a specific demographic a little bit harder. And it's hard to do that without identifying that demographic within the subject or the content of the video. So right now we're talking about 3 reasons why men should stay single. And I'm sorry, before I get started, one more thing. Let me make this very clear. This is not stay single forever. This is not me trying to condone a life of no relationships or no marriage. I want to make clear, I believe in marriage. I believe we need more of it. I believe in the power and the beauty of relationships. However, many of the men right now need to stay single for right now. Right now is not the time, all right? And I'm going to lay out the reasons why. So first reason off the top, and this is in no particular order, you're not financially stable yet. Here's the reality of it. No matter what people want to say, finances is a very important part of a relationship. And I would argue that the vast majority of women desire, if not damn near all, desire financial stability in a man. Now, you becoming financial stability is not simply for the sake of relationships and women. You need it for yourself. All right. But the reality is that trying to begin a relationship when you have not reached a level of stability, a strong foundation financially, is typically going to be a recipe for disaster. There's so many things to consider when doing this. Number one, all right, if you date while you're broke, and there will be many who would say you shouldn't even be thinking about dating while you're broke. But if you date while you're broke, there's a very good chance that you're going to choose the woman based on where you currently are. All right. And what that means is you are now at a place where you need stability. You're trying to find your way. And so now you're going to place greater value on what the woman has, on her ability to stabilize you, or simply trying to get whoever is going to tolerate and deal with you in your current state. Now, to some people, you may say, well, that's not too bad. If someone's willing to grow with you and build with you, why not? Here's why not. Because again, you're choosing her at your, not necessarily your worst, but at your lower level self. And then when you do get to a more successful place, there's a very good possibility you don't want her anymore because she's never who you truly wanted. She only fit into your life at that time. This is why you see a lot of situations where celebrity men, famous men or whatever, they have a woman, they become successful, and now next thing you know, they get divorced and they go to someone else. And people will say, oh, well, he switched up when he got the money. He switched up when he became successful. No, his true colors finally showed. He was finally able to get what he always wanted. And now, because he has the means to do that, you're seeing a difference in the type of woman he is now accepting into his life. So you have to make sure if you're going to still be with a woman or try to date seriously while you're broke or not stable financially, you have to ask yourself, would you be with this woman if you were rich? If you have hit your goals financially and in success, will this still be the same woman you would want? If not, you don't need to be with her. But that is one of the dangers of dating while you are broke, while you are not financially stable. You are likely to settle. You are likely to entertain a person you should not be with, and you can develop attachments to that woman. And now you're going to find yourself in a messier situation later. Another problem with dating while you're broke is that it can distract you from the things you need to be doing in your life. Now, I'm going to get a little bit more into that in the second reason why you need to stay single, all right? But just to touch on it real quick, women can be a distraction. I'm not here trying to blame women and saying they're trying to maliciously distract any man. However, they can just unintentionally become a very big distraction. Being in a relationship, dating, is an obligation. It requires a level of commitment and focus and energy. And this is something that can derail you or take you away from you establishing financial success or financial stability in your life. So it's very risky business to do that before you have established yourself financially. Another problem with trying to date while you're still broke or trying to get in a relationship is that, does she truly respect you? Here's what I mean. A lot of women date projects, date men that they can build up. And part of that is due to, and I'm not saying every last woman, but a lot of women have done this because it's a level of security for them. It makes them feel superior in the relationship. And now she gets to feel like you need her. So you have to value her more. So you won't betray her. You're going to be respectful of her presence or what she brings to the table because you need it that bad. But unfortunately, she doesn't fully respect you. She views you as a little boy that I have to raise, that I have to make into a man, that I have to grow. And even in situations where it occurs that you're able to get to a higher level, and I'm not saying this is all the time, but now she still views you as the old you. She doesn't view you as the man who has now obtained the success. She views you as the man I had to drag to the finish line. I had to build up to even get to that point. He would be nothing without me. If she thinks you're nothing without her, she's not going to respect you. And if she doesn't respect you, she won't be able to love you. So it's, again, very risky. And I'm going to tell you this. There's a lot we can dive into as far as dating while you're broke, dating while you're not financially stable. But this is about more than that. So I'm going to put a pin in that now. I'm going to leave it there. But that's number one. You need to establish your own financial stability first. It will do wonders for you as far as making sure you choose a partner better. It will make sure there's a level of respect because you will be a man who has accomplished something already in your life. It just plays better for you and for her in the future of that relationship if you establish yourself financially first. Number two is you need to find your purpose. So here's the thing, and this is going back to what I mentioned when we talked about dating while broke, is the fact that your purpose needs to be your priority. But if you get with a woman, all right, she can be a distraction to that purpose. She can pull you off the path to achieving and walking in that purpose, especially if you have not established a strong enough foundation within that purpose. And so it's important to understand that when you don't know where you're going in life, you don't know who belongs on that path with you. Many men who have suffered in unhealthy relationships, in failed marriages, in just not getting what they deserved, all right, was due to the fact that they lacked purpose, they lacked vision, therefore they chose the wrong woman. And this woman not only derailed them further from their purpose, but created misery in their life. Because yes, for everyone watching this video, please understand, every failed dysfunctional relationship is not due to men doing wrong, men being dogs, men cheating. No, there's a lot of women causing all kinds of chaos, doing all kinds of damage. And as a man, you have to learn how to better select a partner. When you find your purpose, that's going to strengthen you in that area, all right? Not to mention, it's going to build a greater level of respect. As I said to you previously, if she doesn't respect you, she can't love you. A man who lacks vision, lacks purpose, has no plan, takes no initiative, is not a man who is going to be respected by a woman. And if she doesn't respect you, the sexual attraction is going to be either not there or severely hindered and diminished. So even if she entertains being with you, even if she tries to give you that loving sexually, it's going to die very fast, especially if her goal with you is simply to get married. And once she achieves that, it's out the door. But we're going to leave that also for a whole nother video. The bottom line is your purpose is important. Now also understand, as you may know, or maybe you don't know, I'm a man of God, and I firmly believe that finding purpose is tied to finding God. All right? Because it is through God that we see our purpose and understand the path we need to walk. So you could look at number 2 as finding your purpose and finding God, strengthening your spiritual foundation. Now, again, some of you may not have those beliefs in you, and that's fine. Some of you may view purpose differently. So you can separate that if that's your life. But as far as I'm concerned, and for others who do believe in God, then please understand this goes hand in hand. And so you've got to get stronger spiritually. You've got to talk to God more. You've got to seek God's guidance in your life. But again, find out what is your purpose, because your purpose is going to help establish that financial stability as well. It's going to help establish that respect that we talked about. It's going to also create an energy or a vibe that pours into your masculine energy. I'm going to get more into that later on in this video, but all of these things are extremely, extremely important. So you should stay single until you find your purpose. And for those of you who just feel like, man, that's a hard thing to do. Listen, it's hard because we don't give enough time and energy to it. It's hard because we're not raised and taught that it's a very important part of life. We're told to kick the can down the road. Oh, you can figure it out later. Or because people don't know their purpose, they deter you or make it seem like this idea is not that serious, it's not that important. No, it's extremely important. If you want success in life with women in every aspect, find your purpose. Number 3, actually, before I get into number 3, let me just mention real quick, I do have a book for men. It is called He Who Finds a Wife. Be sure to go to hewhofinds.com or click the link in the description or in the comment section. He Who Finds a Wife is going to get into a lot of deeper things, such as why men shouldn't be chasing after women, how to become a greater leader, all these different things. Anyways, let's move forward. Number 3, you need to heal. Here's the reality, man. Listen, as men, we are not taught how to express ourselves correctly. We're not taught how to process our emotions efficiently and effectively. We are taught to just suck it up, sweep it under the rug, deal with it, keep pushing forward. And unfortunately, that's extremely unhealthy. It's a huge problem. And many of your relationship failures, even your failures in career, stemmed from things you have not healed from. And it's extremely important that it is better for you to stay single and focus on healing than to get involved with women or to focus on getting involved with women right now. Again, getting with a woman when you are not healed is likely going to end up causing more damage in your life. Because the reality is that when you haven't healed, you're gonna choose the wrong woman. You're gonna entertain unhealthy situations. You're gonna get into casual relationships you shouldn't be bothered with. You're gonna allow toxic women to linger around in your life way longer than they should. Really, they shouldn't be there at all. But they're gonna go way longer past their time because your brokenness, and I say that with love, not with disrespect, but your brokenness is going to be drawn to their brokenness. Your brokenness is going to blind you and cause you to tolerate their brokenness. And now you're going to come out of that situation more broken. You're going to have more problems. So if you want to make not just your life better, all right, but just everything in it, all right, for yourself, forget just for the women in relationships, for yourself, you need to heal. So I want to highly encourage the men. Don't wait till you find a girl to say, dang, I got some problems. Let me go to therapy. Nah, bruh, go to therapy now. Go find you a coach. Start reading some of these books. Start doing some inner work. All right. I have a book as well, Love After Heartbreak. So that's another one you can check out. I'll put the link below. But whatever you do, get some help now. Because the healthier you become emotionally, the better equipped you will become to thrive in life. And again, to thrive in all aspects of it. This isn't just about relationships. And it's going to set you up to have greater success in a relationship. Again, a lot of these guys you're seeing that's telling you, man, forget marriage. Marriage ain't good for men. Forget relationships. Forget women. They're hurt. They've been through it, but they haven't healed. And they're letting their hurt speak for them. And they're letting their hurt try to guide you. But listen, man, don't let people's negativity influence you and blind you from the reality that you got some work to do within yourself. And if you do it, you're gonna see huge benefit from it. All right. So just to quickly recap that so far, we have financial stability. We have finding your purpose, finding God. And then we have healing, all right? But now here's the thing I said I needed to also talk about with the men. That's very important. You need to stay single until you learn to master your masculine energy. This is a huge deal, okay? I'm telling you right now, men don't succeed, again, in life and relationships, or they struggle to see the full potential of it when they are not walking in their masculine energy. Now, the things I mentioned, financial stability, finding God and purpose, healing, all those things are going to pour into you finding and tapping into your masculinity, building your self-confidence, understanding your self-worth so that you don't allow yourself to entertain and tolerate a woman who doesn't deserve to be with you. And I don't say that to be disrespectful to women. I say that because that's a reality. Everybody don't deserve to be in your space. Everybody doesn't deserve to have you as their man. All right? We got to keep it real. We tell the women this. So I'm going to tell you this too because it's true. It's the reality. And so you've got to learn that you cannot be afraid to lose someone more than you're afraid to lose yourself. You can't put her so high on a pedestal that you now diminish yourself. Now, let me make something clear, and I'm going to make a whole different video about this. You should put her on a pedestal. There's a very huge misconception about never put a woman on a pedestal. No, the problem is not putting her on the pedestal. The problem is keeping her there while you diminish yourself and having no consequences for her negative, unhealthy actions. And I don't mean consequences in an abusive, negative way, but people have to understand that if they want to be honored, they have to honor you as well. And as long as that dynamic is in place, then her being on a pedestal, there's nothing wrong with that. That's a good thing if she's that special one in your life. But again, I'll elaborate on that more in a different video. The point is, you've got to get to a place of higher masculine energy. You got to tap into it. Now, understand something. That doesn't mean just become 100% masculine. Like, we still have to learn how to embrace the feminine side of us because we have both feminine and masculine energy. So we can't neglect the feminine side of us when we are in relationships and in life. We have to tap into those things when necessary. But your masculine energy has to be your dominant energy. And so you've got to start to work on the things that's going to elevate that and exude that. And when you do, you're going to start to win at life. So until you achieve these things, stay single. There's no rush. I would love to see men take a few years out of their life. And if you're young, I would say, like, if you're 18 years old, I've always said I want to see men 18 give themselves maybe 3 to 5 years. Let's just say 5 years, from 18 to 23, where all you do is grind. Where all you do is focus on building yourself up, getting yourself ready for that next stage in life. The real enjoyment of life will come. 18 to 23, those are the years where you should be taken to really to lock in, find your purpose, find what you need to do. But some of you already past 23. Cool. Take a step back and say, you know what? I'm not going to worry about women right now. I'm going to worry about me. I'm going to get myself right. And let me also make this clear. Staying single Doesn't mean run these streets and try to get into everybody's pants and be out here doing, all kinds of sex. That's not necessary. I know that might be tough for some of y'all, and you don't want to hear that. But I'm telling you right now, giving up women and sex for a period of time in your life is going to be hugely beneficial. If you sat down and talked to men who embraced abstinence, look at videos on NoFap and semen retention, and I'll do some of those as well myself in the future, you will start to understand the benefits of learning that discipline, all right? And learning that self-control and how that's going to keep you away from the nonsense that so many men deal with, especially when you're not ready to be dealing with it. When you're not at a place where you can navigate it safely and come out of it stronger or better. Stay single, focus on you, grow, get that money, heal, find God, find your purpose, make that masculine energy work for you, and then you'll be ready to entertain women in that next phase of your life. So I hope this was extremely helpful to you. Be sure to like this video, share it, because there's other brothers out there that need to hear this. If you're a woman watching this, share it with your male family members, friends, whoever. All right, comment below, leave me your feedback. Maybe you got some things that you think I may have missed on this list. And I'm sure there's some other things we could talk about, but I just wanted to give you what I felt were huge foundational pieces. Again, be sure to check out He Who Finds a Wife, and I hope to see you in the next video.